It's the final time we're racing on this configuration at Albert Park. We'll witness improvements to the track, giving it wider corners and longer straights that will boost the average speed over lap, and that's not excluding the slow final sequence of turns 15 and turn 16. It's a crucial sequence in a Formula 1 car that's always tested your skills as well as the car's ability when handling traction. This corner can bite too if you're not careful. So at one of the slowest corners on the circuit, I'm sure everyone has had a lock up into turn 15 and run wide, to then struggle to reapply the throttle and regain traction heading through the final corner. Or on the other hand, we've often seen drivers applying too much throttle going into the final corner and getting wheel spin through the apex and ruining the exit, and possibly even finding themselves hitting the wall. So let's look at some insights to see how to take this sequence of corners. Now, heading through turn 14, we're using all of the curb on exit and move quickly to the right so we can brake in a straight line. Here, there's still plenty of room on the right, but that's okay as the main focus is just on the apex of turn 15 and making sure we get close to that inside curb as possible. So we shift down into third gear as we meet the apex. Gear 2 is also possible, but you should definitely try to short shift up to third as you come back onto the throttle. And we're gradually reapplying the throttle all the way up to fourth gear, all the way until we hit the apex of turn 15. And we're using all of that exit curb as we head down the main straight. Trying to extract every 100th of a second through this section inevitably leads to lockups and wheel spin. So a smooth, steady approach through these corners is definitely recommended. So how much time can be lost from having a slight lockup into turn 14 compared to the smoother run? Here's our 2 laps. The data highlighted in blue is our fast lap, and it's being compared to our slower lap highlighted in orange. Looking into the lap data from the lockup and comparing it to our fastest lap, the difference in this sector is an eye-watering 0.4 of a second. It seems like a lot of time from just a lockup, but here's why. First, we missed the braking slightly before eventually going deep into the corner. As exclaimed in our focus zone, the majority of time lost through here is right on the apex. Since we missed the apex, we're spending a lot more time on the brakes and slowing the car in order to rotate the car and make the corner. And as we jump back onto the throttle, we're not able to build up the traction quick enough as the car has a lot less grip at low speeds. And once you add up all of those factors together, it costs us 0.4 of a second. In the near future, I'm sure there'll be a different approach to these slow speed corners with the new circuit layout. But in the F1 2021 game, the key tips for turn 15 would be steady on the brakes to prevent a lockup, because it's always best to be smooth into here rather than aggressive. And into turn 16, it's all about being cautious on the throttle. You can also try to short shift through the gears to help traction and prevent wheel spin. Focus on these tips for long enough and it will become second nature in no time.